Welcome to our presentation for our app design project for our virtual resource catalog by Kristen Alfred Paget, Stephanie Giles, Ashley Gilliam, and Candace Hill. Meet the graphic designers. Here is our team. You have myself, Ashley, Kristen, Candace, and Steph. Here is a chart to show you our deliverables through each of the phases within our project. As a group, we partnered up throughout the different areas and rotated who we worked with in those sections, which allowed us to work with different group members throughout our project. Once all sections were done, then all group members reviewed it before submitting.
All four of us are ECEs working with the school board in kindergarten. Some of us have had to switch from in-class to teach virtual this year with the COVID-19 pandemic. This sparked our rationale behind our app design, as we found there is a lack of resources for supporting virtual learning educators. With this app, educators from K-3 can upload and share resources. The client who hired us to create our app was the Durham District School Board because they wanted to make sure all the primary educators had a way to share and exchange resources. Our goal was that our app icon design would be an extension of what our app is all about, finding virtual learning resources. We wanted to represent sharing resources and searching for them. Our goal was to create a design that was attention-grabbing and simple. Providing scalability and recognizability while creating something unique was important to us, as we wanted our app to look good everywhere. Our goal is for educators using this app to feel calm and optimistic, provide inspiration and spark creativity with our chosen color scheme of yellow and purple. The target audience for our app design is primary educators teaching virtual within the Durham District School Board.
We used the 5 stages of the design cycle. The planning and creation was between October 15th to October 26th. Creation and composition happened during November 5th to November 22nd, and critique was between November 23rd to November 29th. We found ourselves back in the creation stage numerous times. During the planning stage, we brainstormed ideas and researched designing an app. We then focused on color scheme and the emotion and psychology of each colors. We discussed what elements to include in our app design, such as computer and book. We also discussed our timeline for when we wanted parts of our project done by.
During the curation phase, we took our plans for our app and began to find resources to support our design. We collaborated all of our research findings, and now it was time to decide on what software to use. We looked at a few different softwares, which include the Noun Project, Flat Icon, and Canva, to see which one would be best for designing an app.
Here you will find our sketches of how we wanted the app icon to look, followed by the layout of the different pages within our app and what it will look like.
To begin the creation phase, we first began by taking our initial design ideas and creating it using Canva. After receiving feedback from our peers on Edmodo, we changed the design of the app icon as our original designs had too many elements on it and it was too busy for such a small space. Our second design was designed with more simplicity, and keeping in mind we would need to size it down to have it look good as a mobile app. Lastly, we have included our first design of our pages that you would see within our app. For the composition phase, we first reviewed our app design and looked at the design elements and principles that we used to complete it. Second, we made sure that our choices allowed us to be able to scale the design as well as still be able to see the design and the sign. Lastly, we put all of our final touches on to the design to create our final app logo.
The first time we posted to Edmodo, our peers suggested we simplify our original design in terms of color and line and reduce to only the most basic elements necessary. Other peers were confused with our design regarding what our app was all about. We made the necessary changes to our app icon and worked on simplifying, then posted again to Edmodo. We then received feedback this time to relook at our color scheme as it didn't go nicely together. This was a great point because we had blue, purple that looked a little bit brown, yellow, black, white, and they did not complement each other. We looked at the color wheel again and the psychology of colors and reevaluated and changed our colors to ensure consistency throughout the app. Posting our design on Edmodo for feedback and suggestions from our peers was very crucial in our design process. Based on the feedback from peers and revisiting the creation stage several times, this was our final app icon design.
When the users open the application, they will have to choose whether they want to share or search an activity. Regardless of if they want to share or search an activity, educators will have to choose a grade. The next page of the application is where the educators will choose under which section they would like to post or search. The last page is the curriculum expectations, where the users will select the appropriate location where they want to search or post their activity. Due to the small size of the application icon, we were restricted with what we could include. We wanted to have an icon that would represent virtual learning, that was attention-grabbing and simple. We also wanted to make sure that any users were able to recognize it anywhere. The two main challenges we had were creating and picking a design that met the goals that we needed for the icon. We were also struggling with finding the right color and shade of color.
The design elements of focus were shape, circles, rectangles, and arrows. For color, yellow, to induce feelings of happiness and optimism. White, we used white to evoke feelings of peace, confidence, and optimism. Purple, we used purple to assist educators to imagine the endless possibilities. For typography, we used sans serif for font, and we wanted to grab people's attention for our contrast. Our design principles focused on alignment, unity, balance, and proximity. We chose these four because we wanted to create order and hierarchy in our design. We wanted harmony with all of the artwork, wanted objects to be even, creating balance, and to create proximity between buttons.
Our key learning for this assignment has been that colors show up differently on different screens. Although we had purple buttons when we uploaded to Edmodo, they seemed blue. During this assignment, we gained a better understanding of the design elements and principles, and we also have solidified our understanding of the 5 stages of design. In order to complete our assignment, here are the sources we used to help us complete the assignment to the best of our abilities. Thank you very much for watching, and does anybody have any questions?